Hi, welcome to Harriet Truman Engineering Lab and my recording studio, which is back there. I'll take you a little tour. So we have our 3D printers here, our stress analyzer right there. Sorry for the horrent mess. And then our 3D printers. As you can see, I'm working on them. This is our laser cutter, which we made some giant chess pieces earlier, and we made some fake people for the cutouts for the auditorium. My office is back here, which my students call my closet when I broadcast from from back there. And then we get to my soils lab, which is right here. And you can see I have a lot of balance here to get the soils. And so I'm going to turn this around because I got glare. First thing you're going to want to do is go out, get yourself some dirt, soil, get a good sample of soil. And then what you want to do, pour it out and put it in a pan like this. All right, that's a really good start. Then what I do next is I grab my handy dandy table range, put a pan on there. These are two. Anyway, then I put this on here and I cook it. I let that cook for a while till it's dry. I have a spatula in here so I can keep stirring it and get it going in that regard. You can also grab smaller samples like this, all right, and you can use that. It calls for having a mason jar, and you're going to see when we go over that. I use these because they're dual purpose. You can get some sauce out of it, and then you can make some dirty water out of it, which is the part that I like. Now, here's a test that I ran that got interrupted by COVID. Anyway, so these are my sieves that I have here. I have a number 4 sieve, a number 40 sieve, and then a 200 sieve. Okay, so does not call for a 200 sieve. So really all you need is the 4 and the 40 and the pan. Why do I use a 200 sieve? Because, well, I'm going to show you the differences here. And I have a bunch of these sieves. You don't have to buy brass or metal ones like this. Here I have a mishmash. But here's a standard number 4. And what do we got here? This is a 40. Another 4. And this is, and you need a lid because when you start shaking, no matter how tight it is, dust flies everywhere. I asked the school if they would buy me a Gilson shaker, which is a shaker, and you just put these sieves in there and it shakes the heck out of it. But they're like $400, and they were like, do you really need it? So anyway, when I threw my material in, you can see the dust coming out. This was what was retained in the number 4 sieve. Okay. This is what was retained in the 40 sieve. And then 2 more. Here's what's retained in the 200 sieve. Now I could get, you can see that's really, really fine and powdery. In fact, it's falling out as we speak, because really I could get way more through that 200, and the 200 is so fine. I don't know if you can see that. It's very, very fine. And what passes through the 200, and remember, you don't need the 200 sieve. I just do that because I've done this for so long in industry that I felt it was important. Whoa, don't fall. Okay, so here's the pan, and we will be taking a portion of the pan of what's left and putting it in our jar, weighing everything. You're going to see, because we're going to go through the lab exercise. But I wanted to make sure that you saw the material first and the process, because if you don't see the process and you just go through the video or the lab, it just it's not all that great. You can see from the sheets that you're going to be using. We have our number 4, number 40, our bottom pan, our mason jar, and then we fill out all the necessary things there. I keep my college soils book here with me, and you can see it's pretty worn and weathered, but it still holds true. Soils is soils. The one thing I am going to tell you about is I don't like the way we run our plasticity index. I mean, it's okay, but it's I don't want to say primitive, but it's not thorough. Okay, so I sent you a little instruction sheet from the activity on how to go about doing it, because you got to roll. Kids, they like doing it. They get the dirt in their hands and they put in the ball and they roll it, and then they have to pound it for distillency and then see if water is left on there. So, it's things like this is what makes it, I guess, interesting. But unless you saw what we were doing, you wouldn't really have a good grasp on that. So that's what we have. Okay, now that you've seen the engineering lab, it's time to see our workshop, which used to be a wood shop. I don't know if you can, there's a couple of the pawns that we made on the laser cutter up there. Those were extras. We've got a whole set, black and gold, that are in the library that the kids love playing, life size. This is our plasma cutting area, CNC, obviously. We use Fusion 360 for that. And then over here is our Tormach CNC machine, which is, as you can see, not fully put together because the teacher we sent to Wisconsin for training went to another district that does not use that or use PLTW. And so I'm kind of out of luck for right now, and I'm trying to get this thing finished and learn how to use it. I've never used a CNC machine before, so I'm hoping to get some help. You can see we still have a full range of machines in here. I have my survey equipment stored back there, levels, and the big machine here is a total station, which which was pretty expensive, and I was glad my principal didn't ask too many questions when I bought that, because really no school has it, but we need it because we do surveying for the district, and if you want the right precise, you got to have it. So, all right. So here's the level that you'll probably get, all right, or something of this ilk. This one is a Nikon AX2S. It works very well for me. And one of the difficult things that people run into is leveling the instrument. So you'll see that in there is a bubble, and there's also a mirror that if you're not tall enough to see, you can look at that and make sure that that bubble is dead center. In order to make sure that we get it right, I'll come over and I put a level here, just a little bullet level like that. And I'll say, let's get the legs level first, shall we? Okay, now they'll think they're done. No, and we got to turn this because there's going to be another adjustment to be made. When you adjust, whoop, there we go. And voila. All right, then I keep all the levels with the feet all the way up so that when we have to make adjustments, there's room to make adjustments and they're not locked down, because you're going to do 2 feet at a time, and you're going to want to have room. So if you have your tripod level already to begin with, getting the instrument level is it works pretty well. I'm sorry about the mess. We never really cleaned up after. There's a table saw that we used a lot. Oh, and over here is our giant Jenga, and we put our logo in there with the laser, and so the kids set it up on here, and they go Jenga wild. So it's. I hope you enjoyed this little adventure into Truman Engineering, and I'll see you soon.